Howard, the center of attention for the moment, captivates the children with his impressive lassoing skills, momentarily diverting their attention from the grim reality outside. However, as they retreat indoors, a collective gasp escapes their lips as they witness the devastating sight unfolding on the screen, a nuclear explosion, signaling the irrevocable end of the world they once knew. The chilling realization sets in as Cooper and the others watch in horror, their lives forever changed in an instant. As the nuke goes off, everyone races to the nearby vault. Some make it inside, others try to escape in their cars. Cooper rides off on horseback, but it's no use against the multiple nuclear blasts. In the year 2196, we meet Lucy McLean, a versatile individual with proficiency in various tasks, albeit with a weakness in gunplay. Residing deep within Vault 33, she seeks permission from the Council to partake in the triennial trade with Vault 32. All 3 Council members grant her approval, paving the way for her journey beyond the confines of Vault 33. As Lucy prepares to meet her prospective husband, she stands alongside the others at the entrance to Vault 32. Her cousin Chet expresses his discontent about her departure, but Lucy firmly reminds him that engaging in romantic relationships within the family is not something they should continue. As the vault doors swing open, we're introduced to Lee Moldaver, the apparent overseer of Vault 32. Lucy's intended groom, Monty, emerges, appearing reasonably competent. However, Lucy, with her social awkwardness, skips the pleasantries and bluntly inquires about Monty's sperm count during dinner, much to the surprise of those present. The authorities interrupt, saying they think it's safe for Monty and Lucy's kids to start living on the surface, but they admit they're not sure what's up there. After the wedding, Lucy and Monty shift their focus to business. Little do they know, along with many others in Vault 33, that the neighboring vault is facing apocalyptic conditions. Their wheat fields are destroyed, supplies are dwindling, and the entire area is in chaos. Lucy's brother Norman ventures out to explore and discovers that the previous overseer has been murdered. When Lucy hears screams outside, she becomes suspicious and soon realizes that their vault has been infiltrated by raiders. In a desperate attempt to defend themselves, Monty and Lucy fight back. But when the alarm blares, Lucy seizes the chance to incapacitate Monty, albeit at the cost of sustaining a painful gash to her side. Despite being injured and still in her wedding dress, Lucy bravely ventures out, momentarily clutching her side. In a brief moment of strength, she fends off nearby raiders determined to protect her home. However, the raiders ultimately overpower the inhabitants of the vault, leading to a tense standoff. Moldaver presents a grim choice to Hank and the others: spare Lucy or sacrifice a group of people from within the vault. Knowing there's no real choice, Hank selflessly locks his daughter in a closet and offers himself as the sacrifice. He's tranquilized and taken away, leaving behind a somber reminder of the harsh realities they face. As the survivors of the vault convene for an emergency assembly, Lucy advocates for setting up a search party to find her father. However, her plea is met with resistance from the others. In a moment of solidarity, Norman steps up to assist Lucy in opening the door, allowing her to venture out into the unknown. Emerging into the devastated world, Lucy is confronted by a harrowing sight: corpses strewn across the ground, bones littering the landscape, and the remnants of a once thriving pier nearby. Despite the desolation, the proximity to the coastline offers a semblance of beauty amidst the chaos. The scene transitions to introduce another character, Maximus, who is situated above ground as a member of the Brotherhood of Steel. Maximus aligns himself with a faction dedicated to restoring order and prosperity to the world. However, tensions arise when his lack of knowledge on the subject irks his teacher Felix, who responds with a swift smack to Maximus's mouth when he speaks up. Maximus is kept on the fringes of this world, and to make matters worse, his one friend Dane is actually promoted to head out into the wilds with his comrades. This is a bitter pill for Max to swallow, given his fellow Steel recruits bully him and essentially treat him like dirt. Max is not happy, but in the morning, Dane comes off the worse for wear. Someone has dropped razor blades inside her boot, sabotaging her chances of making it out. Unfortunately, the authorities believe that Maximus is the one responsible for this. They take him away and question him over the injury. Maximus confesses that while he desired the outcome, he didn't orchestrate the sabotage. He admits to his longing to shed his perceived weakness and become an integral part of the Brotherhood. In a moment of surrender and dedication to the cause, Maximus is unexpectedly rewarded with a promotion. He is granted the position of squire, formerly held by Dave, signifying a shift in his status within the group. Maximus seeks out Dave, who reveals that she defended him by asserting he wouldn't hurt a fly to the authorities. An exchange of looks between them reveals Maximus's momentary guilt. Following this encounter, Maximus undergoes his formal initiation into the Brotherhood. During the induction, they are briefed on their upcoming mission, which involves pursuing a wanted target. Outfitted in knight armor, Maximus learns that an escapee from the Enclave poses a significant threat to their nation, possessing an object of immense destructive potential. Their mission is clear: apprehend the fugitive at all costs. Word of this mission also reaches the ears of others in the wilderness, including a group of bandits led by Slim and Huncho. They seek out a reclusive ghoul, known simply as the Ghoul, who turns out to be none other than Cooper, the sharpshooter introduced at the start of the show. Cooper dispatches the raiders with ease, displaying his formidable skills as a sharpshooter before making his departure. Episode 2 of Fallout introduces another character, Vilzig, who is stationed at the Enclave. Vilzig, played by Ben from Lost, is portrayed as equally sinister in his role as part of an elite team of scientists. Their focus is on breeding top-tier dogs, with strict criteria for newborns' weights. Those falling below a certain threshold are disposed of. The ultimate objective appears to involve the development of a mysterious serum, the details of which will unfold later in the series. However, for now, Vilzig takes the bold step of injecting himself with a tiny pill, setting the stage for intrigue and suspense. Vilzig's perfect dog, CX-404, has been his loyal companion since birth, faithfully protecting his master. When another scientist discovers Vilzig's actions and activates the alarm, CX-404 eliminates the threat by attacking and killing the intruder. Sensing the imminent danger, Vilzig swiftly escapes into the wilderness with CX-404 in tow. As both the Brotherhood and the Ghoul pursue them, the true significance of CX-404's origin is unveiled, shedding light on their shared quest and the mysteries surrounding Vilzig's actions. Meanwhile, Lucy persists in her quest to locate her father. While camping under the starry sky that night, her flickering fire catches the attention of Vilzig. He cautions her that maintaining such visible markers is a dangerous invitation for danger in this harsh world. Vilzig advises Lucy to adapt and evolve to survive, hinting at the transformative nature of their surrounding. After delivering his warning, Vilzig vanishes into the darkness, leaving Lucy to ponder his cryptic words. Undeterred, she chooses to keep her fire burning, though she remains vigilant throughout the night, relieved when no threats materialize. Vilzig and CX-404 venture near radioactive waste, where CX-404 uncovers a severed hand, signaling the presence of a dangerous creature. Meanwhile, Maximus follows alongside Knight Titus, his assigned partner, as they encounter this menacing situation. Approaching the mouth of a cave, Vilzig and CX-404 cautiously enter, armed and prepared for whatever lies within. Titus directs Maximus to explore deeper into the cave, while he remains behind. As Maximus delves deeper, he inadvertently exposes Titus to the lurking adversary, a massive mutant bear. Titus flees in fear, leaving Maximus to face the creature alone. Despite being constantly demeaned by Titus, Maximus lands the decisive blow against the mutant bear. Maximus faced a big mutant bear in a cave. Despite Titus mocking him, Maximus defeated the bear. Titus kept insulting Maximus, making him doubt if he deserved the armor. When Titus got hurt, Maximus thought about leaving him to die and taking the armor, but instead, he decided to prove himself by bringing back the target, ignoring Titus's insults. In the morning, Lucy arrives at an empty house, seeking directions. She meets an odd fellow who warns her that the nearby city, Philly, is risky to venture into. He also mentions not seeing her father, and awkwardly suggests becoming a father figure to Lucy's children. Despite his offer to sell her the rundown house and a new life, Lucy politely declines. Lucy finds herself in the same woods as Maximus, and follows a group of people to Philly. While there, she catches the eye of the Ghoul, who is watching from a distance. Seeking information, Lucy visits a nearby shop and inquires about Moldover. The shopkeeper's attitude suddenly shifts, and she warns Lucy to leave, cautioning that things will only get worse for her if she stays. After leaving the shop, Lucy unexpectedly encounters Wilzig once more. He reminds her of her past, and cautions her about the stark differences between the outside world and the vaults. Their conversation attracts the attention of the ghoul, who decides to insert himself into the situation. He points out Wilzig and mentions the bounty on his head. Ma June, the shop owner, has allegedly been bribed with a hefty sum of bottle caps to ensure the ghoul's safe passage to Philly. Without waiting for a response, the ghoul ruthlessly shoots off Wilzig's foot. This act triggers a chaotic brawl in town, showcasing Cooper's formidable authority. Amidst the chaos, Lucy sneaks into the shop and examines June's log, where she finds Moldaver's name. While searching, she spots a gun on the wall and decides to take it for herself. As Lucy confronts the ghoul face to face and attempts to fight him, the situation takes a crucial turn when Maximus arrives just in time, clad in his armor, to shield Lucy from a deadly blow. Maximus engages the ghoul in a fierce battle in the main square, buying Lucy time to work with June to bring Wilzig to safety inside the shop. Together, they strategize and support each other amidst the chaos unfolding in the town. Ma June calls in her associate, Barb, to assist in fixing Wilzig's leg. Barb's expertise proves effective, and Wilzig receives a metal prosthetic limb, allowing him to recover. Meanwhile, Maximus experiences a setback when he loses control of his suit, leaving him unable to match the ghoul's strength. To regain his edge, Maximus may need to undertake some side quests to level up and enhance his abilities. The ghoul hurts CX-404 with a knife, but then changes his mind and uses a stim pack to heal him. He does this because he wants to find Wilzig, and he knows the dog's sense of smell can help him do that. Lucy and Wilzig are far in the wilderness and seem to have traveled quickly, maybe using fast travel. Wilzig decides to end his life by drinking a serum. Before he dies, he tells Lucy to take his head to Moldover and change the future. Episode 3 of Fallout starts with a flashback to Cooper on a film set for a western before the nuclear war. Cooper is unsure about the direction of the film, especially when he's supposed to kill one of the criminals. When the scene ends, Cooper talks to the director, who explains that the scriptwriter was fired because of his communist beliefs. Instead, they're going for a New America style. Back in the present, or rather the future, the ghoul catches up to Wilzig, accompanied by CX-404, only to find the severed remains of his target. Now he needs to track down Lucy, suspecting she may be headed towards the city. Lucy's footsteps on the ground provide a clear indication of her direction, making it easier for the ghoul to follow her trail. Lucy presses on through the wilderness, drawing nearer to the irradiated city in the distance. Despite Wilzig's advice, she persists, even lighting a fire late at night. While observing Wilzig's head, she notices something peculiar in the side of his neck. Meanwhile, Maximus is forced to impersonate Titus's voice as he attempts to reassure his superior over the radio. However, when he mentions that his squire, referring to Maximus, has died, he's assigned a replacement. In a panic, Maximus destroys the radio and then purchases extra parts, paying a hefty price not just in bottle caps, but also losing some teeth in the process. Returning to the armor, Maximus is ambushed by raiders who overwhelm him, leaving him battered on the ground. Worse yet, they succeed in accessing the armor. However, Maximus regains control just in time to crush one of the raiders' skulls with the Brotherhood armor. Though effective, the victory is short-lived as reinforcements swiftly arrive. Maximus is forced to wear the armor and assume Titus's identity. Thaddeus, the new squire who previously bullied Maximus, arrives with a message from the Elder Cleric. The target they're pursuing is deemed a top priority because whoever possesses it will wield significant control over the wasteland. Lucy reaches the coastline, but is confronted by a mutant that drags her away. Despite putting up a fight, Lucy struggles until the ghoul arrives and holds her at gunpoint. During the chaos, the mutant steals Wilzig's head. The ghoul identifies the creature as a gulper, indicating it's a dangerous adversary. In the vault, Chet is reassigned and no longer serves as the gate. Meanwhile, Norman is not reassigned, but instead given menial tasks. such as bringing food to the imprisoned raiders in the jail cells below. Maximus takes advantage of having Thaddeus with him, making him do his bidding, like climbing a tree to fetch an apple. Eventually, they stumble upon Wilzig's body, confirming they are hot on the trail, not far behind the ghoul and Lucy. The ghoul decides to use Lucy as bait to lure the mutant in and retrieve the head. It works, and they confront the massive, menacing creature. After Lucy defeats it, the ghoul opts to keep her with him, stringing her along. As they depart together, the ghoul remarks, as they journey on, Thaddeus opens up about his past. He confesses that he used to be the one regularly bullied by the Brotherhood members. However, when Maximus arrived as a new recruit, he inadvertently shifted everyone's focus onto him instead. Thaddeus expresses remorse for his actions, unaware that Maximus is inside the suit. Eventually, they reach the area where the Gulper lurks. As they venture into the water, the Gulper reappears, revived and ready to attack. Maximus and Thaddeus join forces to take down the creature as it charges towards them. In the midst of the battle, the Gulper regurgitates various trinkets, including Wilzig's head. CX-404 also arrives and begins sniffing around the head.